Okay, so this is my new phone that Sam just bought me. This is my new, I don't know what that thing is called. It's a computer and it's sitting on my desk and it's a Mac of some sort. And Charlie bought it for me for no reason, just because he's a nice person, and from my brother, who works on it. So Sam bought me this camera, so that's a wonderful thing. And I have, I'm up in my room, and I love it. I have all these toys to play with, and then I feel like I'm a big kid, and in my playground with all my toys, basically. And, you know, when I think about Buckminster Fuller, when he said, what was it that I was so interested in before I learned that I had to earn a living? You know, and I think back to when I was a kid, what I liked to do when we weren't moving around and I didn't have to constantly go to new schools. You know, what I would like to do on my own is, you know, do art in a lot of different ways. I mean, I used to like making up plays and, you know, stories and playing with things, and I don't know, just moving stuff around. I don't. Being an adult has been very difficult. I haven't really been very successful at being an adult. It's never worked out for me for some reason. You know, and you could say that could be blamed on, you know, Pluto and Leo generation or whatever the hell it is. But that's just how it boils down to. It's like, I just like playing. Playing is fun. And, you know, I always feel like people are mad at me because I don't want to do, you know, real world things. But I do have done them. It's not like I haven't or wouldn't do them again. It's just that I would approach it more in the spirit of play than I would, you know, actual work. I mean, I'm even like that about combat. Oh, you want to fight? I'll fight with you because I think it's fun. You know, fighting is fun for me. You know, and it's not like I'm cruel. It's just that I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but, you know, for me, fighting is a little bit of a game for me. So anyway, here I am up in my room, and just testing out what I can do here. I just had to install YouTube so I could post things like this. You know, and this is how people get started on stuff, and, you know, you gotta start somewhere. You know. I mean, you're always starting somewhere. You know, like trying out new things. Like for me, I'm trying out, like, oh, I loved electronics. I mean, I've lived without electricity, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm like nature girl, right? I mean, I've fucking, you know, chopped wood, carried water, you know, whatever. I can do that. I'm really good at it. I just like electronics. I think it's just a really interesting field. You get to see, you know, so many aspects. I mean, this new technology is hand in hand with the new physics, because you can see things from so many different angles, which implies so many different dimensions. You know, basically, people think that they're going to look for dimensions in physical reality, and it's not. That's not really. That's not how it works. You know, but we have. You know, we have the technology. You can look at my glasses and see all these reflections. And I could see the reflection of, you know, guy walking across the screen in that picture there. You know, so I guess the future is crazy, basically. The future is crazy and very playful. So, you know. I like this because I like the fact that it's live and it's not like I'm editing anything. You know, I'm just kind of like, I'm in my room and I got this camera in my hand. Sam bought me this camera, and I got, you know, keyboards and lights, and this whole, if I just look around my room, like every single thing in here is like a miracle. I mean, there's stuff that, if you lived in a pre-technological era, you would not really understand, like, what all these things are. You got, like, scissors, you get scissors and pens and glue. I got glue. Keyboards, and I don't know, it's very crazy. It's very hard to think about. Like, where did all this stuff come from? Like, who made all this stuff? Like, how did I land in a situation where I get to be privileged to have all this stuff to play with? I mean, I can't barely handle, I can't handle what I have. I mean, I can handle it, but, it's a lot of stuff, and I have carried it around, really, in a lot of ways, yeah. I got people to help me carry it, also, which is true. I mean, I didn't carry it myself. I got people to help me carry it, which I don't know if that's I don't know if that's good or legitimate. But I mean, for me, it's like, well, what's the value? That's the thing. It's like, what is value, basically? You think of, like, for me, like, going outside and growing the food, which is very valuable, and it's a good thing, and it's fun. I mean, I've always enjoyed doing that. So then it's like, and you got all these other ways to experience life. You could do, you could get into finances, or you could get into, I don't know, there's all kinds of abstractions that you can, there's value in those things, and so it's like, I mean, my whole approach to life is like, what the hell is all this stuff going on, and how does it relate to each other, and how can it stop squeaking? I mean, it seems like it's all good stuff, but it's just, everything's got to be, I mean, things, I wouldn't deny any experiences. If you're a person living in the bush, in Africa someplace, or, if you're a stockbroker or what, I don't know, whatever. The variety, you could be a priest, you could be a pedophile, I don't know, or both, or neither, or I mean, there's just so many different kinds of varieties of human experience. So it's like, well, we have all those, and either you cut them, which I don't think is a good idea. I think that everything's in one piece, and you shouldn't cut things up. So you have to, massage it. So you got to massage it so that it, everything's got a proper place. It's just all tangled up, and people don't really like the idea of untangling things because they don't have the patience to deal with it. But I'm a person that can sit with I'm the kind of person that can sort out a big tangle of mess, because I got this Saturn and Virgo in the 10th house thing going on, which means that I'm a grind. My mom just always used to say that I was the grind, which basically means a person who, boring, because I'm just, picking away patiently at things, endlessly, while everything else is going on around me. I'm picking away at, my little autistic. Then I change the things that I'm picking away at, because I'm picking at this, and then I'm picking at that, and I'm picking at this, a little bit of that, like bouncing around, picking at things, and I do that because that's the way I gotta do things. So, I don't think I could be really expected to do things any differently, because it works. And I think if it works for me, it works for everybody, because, I mean, for me, being happy is a good thing. It's a good, look how tiny my hands look. If I do it like this, they look even bigger. These phones are weird. They make things look like you can change the proportions of things or whatever like that. So anyway, so as we march into the first quarter of the 21st century. I would say that's what we're in. This is what, 2017? So we're in the middle of the first quarter or something like that, or 2/3 into the first quarter of the 21st century. And my teeth are really yellow. Like, oh my God. Can't even stand it. I drink a lot of coffee and I smoke mad weed. So I get this like yellow coating on my teeth. My hat is old, my teeth are gold, I have a bird I like to hold. My shoe is off, my foot is cold. My shoe is off, my foot is cold, I have a bird I like to hold. My hat is old, my teeth are gold. And now my story is all told, but it's not, because it's a never-ending story. La 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 la. I don't know. I mean, can I do anything other than random? You know, everybody says that they have to have a story that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know, and I haven't been able to work like that. I mean, I can do it for small periods, but then it's like they will have loose ends hanging, so I got like this, you know, I'm like the junk DNA of the human narrative, basically. I got all these loose ends dangling all over the place, you know. And I know that they connect, because I can see the connections, and I use the connections. So anyway, my eyelids are yellow. My teeth are yellow. If people wear makeup, I could put makeup on, which, well, I don't even know if that's a good idea. But what I could do is also I can go to work now. So this is what I'm working on here. Is this stuff. As you see, it's a big pile of papers that I printed. And you might ask, now why in the heck would I do something like that? And the reason being is that I use that to make collages, which it's my current passion, is collage. It's like all I want to do. It was for a while I just did watercolor. For a while I just did crayons. Then I was really passionate about watercolor. Now I'm passionate about collage. You know. And, you know, to the point where that's really all I think about most of the time is collage. Or things that are related to collage, like bricolage, you know, bricolage and stuff like that. And I also am into this sacred geometry thing, you know, the properties of gold, you know, things like that, or that, or I don't know, that. But anyway, so that's, you know, I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 15 or 16 of those sketchbooks full. I have a whole bunch of geometric shapes, like that thing over there, if you can see that over there, that are covered in, I mean, this is seriously irrational behavior. It's like I keep cutting things out of, or printing things off the internet, and cutting them up and gluing them onto stuff. Like, what the heck is that all about? That's just crazy. And I love it, and that's all I want to do, and that's all I want to do, to the point where I don't want to do anything else. It's like I did with my watercolor. I was just like, I would go up to the cabin in the woods just so I could watercolor, and people weren't like bothering me about, you know, doing other stuff, which, well, I could do other stuff. I mean, I'm really good at anything that I'm going to do, I'm going to do a really good job about it. You know, it's just how I do things. If I'm going to do something, I do a really good job. I mean, if I'm going to cook, I cook, you know, to the point where the stuff is just almost irresistibly delicious because I made it. It's really good. Usually I make too much and then I get tired of it after a week or so, you know. But it takes a while. Anyway, so now, you know, I mean, I can get excessive. I mean, anything I'll practice until I get really good at it. You know, whatever it is. So now I'm doing collage, which is what I'm doing, and then I'm assembling the materials to do paper mache, which is my next thing, which I'm projecting is to get into more paper mache sculpture. I have the chicken wire. We've done all this. So many things I've started and I haven't really brought them to fruition. You know, like when we lived in Seattle, I had a little paper mache. You know, I made things out of paper mache, and the boys made drums out of paper mache. They made you know, various hand drums. They made them out of chicken wire and paper mache. Charlie had set up you know, and they move on. I mean, they move on to bigger and better things. You know, now Charlie's manipulating time and space and real estate and stuff like that. But you know, for me, I'm still like, oh, I like the paper mache. It's like, I don't know. I'm not like their retarded little sister or little brother, maybe, I don't know. But the guys that are, you know, bigger and better things than I am. I'm still like, I just want to be a little kid. I mean, I still want to just do, you know, when I was a teenager, we had you know, they put me in the basement. I was in the basement. So you know, behind the door in my room, I was really enamored of collage, and there was some beautiful collage being done back in the 60s, and you know, I had seen the work in like Electric Lady Studios in the East Village has amazing collage in the bathroom, in the hallways in the bathroom. It did. I remember. I don't know if it still has them there. I think it might still be there. But they had amazing, and I loved collage. I loved the art of collage. It just the way of you know, like the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album cover. I loved it. I thought it was great. You know, the thing with me is I'm really slow, and I do things really slow, and everything else moves on. You know, I keep doing the same old thing. I had new things. I mean, this is new. This camera thing is new. You know, and why my tongue isn't too bad. My teeth are really, really yellow. My hair is nice silver color. You could get all. So my room's a mess. I just got rid of my old laptop. And now we got this other thing here. So how much time has elapsed here? It's 18 minutes. Alright, that's enough. I was signing out for now, and I'll do it again later.